home, take a deep breath, and allow this story to ease your mind. Pea and Phlox, the embrace of friendship. This story is about a girl named Pea and a salamander named Phlox, who form a deep friendship through shared adventures and embrace the beauty of life together. Once upon a time, in a tranquil village nestled between emerald hills, lived a gentle girl named Pea. She had twinkling eyes and a heart full of curiosity. She loved to explore the dense forest that bordered her village. In one sunny afternoon, while wandering through the forest, she stumbled upon a small, shimmering pond. As she approached the pond, she noticed a salamander perched on a rock. The salamander had bright green skin dotted with azure spots and introduced himself as Phlox. Phlox was friendly and full of stories about the forest. He and Phlox instantly bonded over their shared love for nature. He would visit the pond every day, and Phlox would narrate tales of mystical creatures and hidden treasures. One breezy evening, Pea shared her wish to see the legendary Rainbow Falls. Phlox knew the way and offered to guide her. Together, they ventured deep into the forest, with Phlox leading and Pea following, her heart pounding with excitement. The journey was filled with marvels, fireflies dancing like stars, ancient trees whispering secrets, and the sweet scent of blooming flowers. Finally, they reached Rainbow Falls, where water cascaded down in iridescent streams, creating a magical mist. Pea felt a rush of joy and awe, while Phlox watched with a warm smile. As they stood by the falls, Pea hugged Phlox tightly. Their embrace signified their unwavering friendship and the beauty of shared adventures. That night, under the canopy of stars, they made a promise to embrace every moment of their friendship and the wonders it brings. He returned home with a heart full of memories and a new outlook on life, forever cherishing her bond with Phlox and the magic of the forest. Now, let's continue with a peaceful story. Violet and A Tale of Compassion. This story is about a compassionate girl named Violet and an elf named Pea, who demonstrate the boundless nature of true compassion by helping each other in times of need. In the quaint village of Bloomwood, nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, lived a compassionate girl named Violet. She had a heart as big as the sky and eyes that sparkled with kindness. One sunny morning, while tending to her garden, Violet heard a faint cry coming from the edge of the woods. Curious and concerned, she followed the sound and discovered a tiny elf named Pea, tangled in thorns. "Oh dear, let me help you," Violet said softly, carefully freeing Pea from the prickly vines. Pea, with his emerald green eyes and delicate wings, was awestruck by Violet's kindness. "Thank you, sweet human. I am Pea, and I am forever in your debt," he said, bowing deeply. The two quickly became friends, spending their days exploring the village and the enchanted forest beyond. One day, Violet fell ill. Despite his small size, Pea was determined to help. He flew deep into the forest, seeking a magical herb known for its healing properties. After an arduous journey, he found the glowing plant and hurried back. He ground the fruit into a potion and gave it to Violet, who soon recovered. "You saved me, Pea," Violet whispered, tears of gratitude in her eyes. "Friends help each other, always," Pea replied with a warm smile. From then on, their bond grew even stronger, teaching the village that true compassion knows no bounds. The next story waits, calm and comforting. Etiquette. This story is about Heather, a young woman, and Yuri, a gnome, who become friends and learn from each other until Yuri must return to his realm. In a quaint little village nestled between rolling hills and lush meadows, there lived a young woman named Heather. Heather had always felt a special connection with nature, spending her days tending to her garden and talking to the trees. One golden afternoon, while she was picking wildflowers by the forest's edge, she stumbled upon a small gnome named Yuri. Yuri was unlike any gnome she had read about in fairy tales. He was kind, wise, and had a twinkle in his eye that spoke of many adventures. "Hello," Heather greeted, crouching down to his level. Yuri looked up and smiled, his beard gently swaying in the breeze. "Well, dear human, you found my favorite thinking spot." Heather was enchanted by the gnome's friendly demeanor, and the two quickly became friends. They spent hours sharing stories, with Heather talking about her dreams and Yuri recounting his many journeys through magical lands. As the days turned into weeks, Heather and Yuri's bond grew stronger. They worked together in the garden, with Yuri showing Heather how to communicate with the plants and the earth. In return, Heather talked to Yuri about the human world, sharing her knowledge of art, music, and love. One day, as the first snowfall dusted the village in a soft white blanket, Yuri arrived with a sorrowful expression. "Heather, my dear friend, it is time for me to return to my realm," he said softly. Heather's heart sank, but she knew their time together had been a magical gift. "Will I ever see you again?" she asked, tears welling in her eyes. Yuri nodded, his eyes shining with affection. Gnomes and humans are bound by the threads of the heart. "When you need me, just call out, and I will be there." With a final hug, Yuri disappeared into the forest, leaving behind a beautiful wooden pendant as a token of their friendship. Heather wore the pendant close to her heart, its warmth reminding her of their special bond. Though they were apart, their spirits remained inseparable, connected by the memories they had created together. Another gentle tale is ready to be shared. The Heritage of Louis and Lobelia. This story is about a girl named Lily who embarks on a journey to the Valley of Fire, learns about the ancient heritage protected by fire spirit Lobelia, and promises to preserve and pass on its wisdom. How once upon a time in a quaint village nestled in a valley, lived a kind-hearted girl named Lily. Every night, she would sit by her grandmother's side and listen to the tales of ancient times and magical beings. One night, her grandmother told her about the Valley of Fire, where the fire spirits guarded ancient heritage. Lily, with her curious spirit and brave heart, decided she would find this valley and uncover its secrets. As the sun rose the next morning, she packed her belongings and set out on her journey. After days of traveling through the dense forest and crossing the rushing rivers, she reached the Valley of Fire. The valley shimmered with a mystical glow, and in the center stood a magnificent crystal palace. But suddenly, a fiery figure appeared before her. It was Lobelia, the guardian of the valley. Lobelia's flames danced round her like elegant ribbons, her eyes glowing with ancient wisdom. "What brings you here, young traveler?" Lobelia asked with a voice that crackled like embers. "I seek to understand the heritage you protect," Lily answered, with determination. Lobelia saw the sincerity in Lily's eyes and agreed to show her the valley's secrets. They walked together through the valley, and Lobelia explained how the fire spirits had long protected the legacy of their ancestors, the knowledge of the old ways, and the magic that once flourished in the world. As they journeyed deeper, they encountered mesmerizing creatures and breathtaking sights, each narrating a part of the ancient story. Lily learned about the balance between nature and magic, and how the heritage of the fire spirits was tied to the well-being of the natural world. Lobelia then led Lily to a serene lake, glowing with a golden light. "This is the heart of the valley," she said. "It holds the essence of everything that makes our home special. Louie gazed into the lake and saw reflections of her grandmother's tales, realizing that these stories were more than just bedtime entertainments, they were a legacy passed down for generations. She understood the importance of preserving this heritage, and the responsibility it carried. With a heart full of wisdom and the spirit ignited by her journey, Louie thanked Lobelia and promised to safeguard their story. She returned to her village, bringing with her the timeless knowledge and magical legacy of the Valley of Fire. From that day on, Louie became the village's storyteller, passing down the legends and teaching the value of their heritage to the next generation. And so, the legacy of the Valley of Fire was preserved, not just by the fire spirits, but by the hearts of those who believed in its enduring power. Rest well, and may kindness fill your night.